What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lady Scrap. You know your favorite Damu from the West Side Fruits. You anonymous?
I'm Kenny Ray.
Come on, government. All right, we got Kenny Ray in the building. You feel me? We got the homie in the building. I don't know if we gonna find out why he just Kenny Ray and not the name I know him as, or what. I don't know. We're just gonna see how it's gonna take us and where it's gonna go. That all right?
Okay.
Okay. Where was you born and raised, Kenny?
I was born in Pacoima, Van Nuys area in the valley, and I was raised up all over Los Angeles County, mostly Lancaster and Palmdale when I was younger, and then I got older, I was in jail a lot, so kind of all throughout LA, the East Side, the West Side.
Okay, so like high school, you was in LA, basically.
No, I actually had all my high school in jail.
Really?
I didn't go to no high school. Only high school I went to on the streets was Cortez Desert Winds for 3 months,
Mm.
and I went to New Directions High School in the Valley, but I was in a group home,
Okay.
so that was part of the group home.
Right, right. So, damn, that's a whole nother perspective. So, you only had school in correctional facilities.
Yeah, but I did graduate and got my diploma.
Shout out to that. Still in all, it wasn't no prom, though. You know what I mean?
No prom. In my graduation, I couldn't make it to my graduation. I was valedictorian out of the whole
What?
Los Angeles County. I was out of the whole Los Angeles County juvenile detention centers. I was
Yeah.
valedictorian out of that
Say
whole class
that,
of
King.
'03,
Talk your shit.
and I couldn't even get to do my speech on June 6, 2004, because I was in the backseat of the car and my homie got killed and died in my arms.
Oh, hell no.
Murder investigation. So
Damn.
didn't even get to. I wrote my speech. I took 4 months to write my speech. Didn't even get to say it.
Come on, you took pride in that. I love that. That's what's up. Damn.
Yeah.
But okay, you feel like you missed out on a different experience because of how your experience with high school was?
I wouldn't say I missed out
Okay.
because I kind of was like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I missed out because it's something that everybody. I don't know. Like I had different things as priorities at those ages.
Okay.
So being at school probably wouldn't have been me being at school.
I get you. All right. So would you feel like that was traumatizing going to school in these correctional facilities? Was that a traumatizing experience?
No, it was actually a lot. It was a challenge that I embraced because, like, being up in here and being in school, it's kind of like you got to keep your head on the swivel because food jump up and sock you right in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
And so at home, they dish your gang that you representing or identify you for something you did, whatever the case may be, and then you find yourself in class fighting. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
most people in juvenile hall, we only went to school to fight. But
That's a fact.
I kind of like looked at it like I'm gonna go to class, I'm gonna do everything they ask me to do right quick, and then I'm gonna start cutting up. But I'm gonna do everything I gotta do right quick.
Come on, you was aware of everything going on.
Because I was that way in middle school and junior high. I mean, in elementary too. I was a bad kid, but I was a good student.
Okay. All right, I get that. No harm, no foul there.
Right.
Do you have any regrets?
My regrets is that I didn't believe in myself as a younger kid.
Okay.
That's my regret. I didn't believe in myself. I felt like I needed to be accepted by the people who I hung out with.
Do you feel like that was common with your age group?
Yeah, of course it was. It was common, but it wasn't common to the point to where I didn't see different examples.
Okay.
So, cause you know how everybody be like, we from the hood. This all we know. This all, like, it ain't all we know when your next door neighbor went to the NBA. It can't
Say
be on,
that.
when the person across the street from you doing real estate
Say
or a
that.
bank employee or something like that. And then majority of y'all gang banging and doing dumb stuff. But it's people on your block that make it out all the time.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Everybody come from the hood and not from the streets.
Yeah, shoot. Look at Keyshawn Johnson, one of your prominent homies. You
It's you
know,
speaking on the hood. I heard the
I
fuck out
mean,
of that.
all I'm
Cause
saying,
he showed from the set. That's a fucking
all I'm saying.
fact. That is a motherfucking fact. So tell me something. Your experiences with women was different than the average man because of your situations, correct?
Yeah, it was always in and out. So like, I had a first love,
Okay.
but I think she was just my first love. I don't think I was hers.
Mm. That
So you
you
know what
might
I
be
mean?
right.
Like,
You might be right.
because as a dude, you always gonna pursue what you want. But then my mama always say like who like you. You know what I'm saying? So it
Okay.
was like one of those scenarios where maybe I felt like other people relationships was the ones I wanted, but
Mm.
the one I had was the one I had, so I had to deal with the one I had. So I
Yeah, just
always
playing the
embrace
cards
whatever
you was
happened
dealt.
to me. Say what?
Just playing the cards you was dealt.
Yeah, what I'm saying, just embracing the things that happen in my life and not trying to shy away from it. If it's a challenge, then we're gonna get through it. If it's easy, then we're gonna run through it. Like.
That makes sense. What do you like most about your family?
Uh, the thing I like most about my family, man, I'ma just be honest. Like, I don't even know my family at this point.
Mm.
Like,
Okay.
I know my immediate family.
Right.
My sister. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My auntie. But like, as my family as a whole, because that's a general question. So my family as a whole, I feel like they think they know me.
Mm.
So the way they deal with me is most likely from what they think they know about me.
From
So
the last time they really interacted with you.
well, man, I've been in here 16 years, so I don't got, I'm not up to speed with everybody's daily activities.
Right. Right.
Everybody's daily activities was so different when I was out. So now when I talk to them, they activity, what they doing in the moment is all I know them as. I
Okay.
don't understand what their routines are, or they new habits, or they old habits that they dropped, or the people they associate themselves with, the drugs they use, the drugs they don't use. Like, I
Right.
don't know. I just know that, hey, what's up, cousin? How you? Hey, what's up, auntie? How you? I love you. I miss you. And we go.
Yeah, it's
You know
real
what I'm saying?
surface.
Spurts of their life has been, presented to me, so I don't really got the full picture to say how I feel about my whole family. But I just hope that my family embrace who I want to be.
Okay. There's no harm, no foul. What makes a man a man?
Doing things with no intentions for the people he care mostly about. Trying to demonstrate what the future should look like for the people that's under him
Mm.
or around him. Because the man is supposed to be the focal point of direction. So if it's a man in the house, then that man should be responsible, reliable, and an asset to everybody who else is in the house.
Okay. Can men and women simply be friends?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
sure about
Because
that? Yeah.
because I don't believe in monogamy and I don't believe in commitments.
Okay.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no choice other than to be my friend. You can't have more, and I don't want more from you. So you only got opportunity to be my friend. I feel it's too much. It's too much. of a twilight zone in these relationships.
What do you
So
mean? Wait. What you mean? Not a Twilight Zone?
no, for sure, because it's not only factual. I mean, I can't say factual because that's just speaking too broad, but like relationships don't work, in my opinion,
Right. This your opinion.
based on the the results of most relationships I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's either one person ready to get out, one person gonna cheat, one person got something bad. Like it seems like everybody in a relationship is trying to get out of it, but they just don't want to get out of it because they like belonging to somebody or like having somebody. So they deal with a lot of stuff in that relationship that they really don't got to, you know, and sacrifice their peace of mind, and my peace is priceless. So,
So you really feel like majority of the people don't communicate, they just settle?
well, I wouldn't say majority of the people settle, because I think that you start off with a good rhythm in these
Okay.
relationships, and then once you get comfortable, you get to reveal who you really are. And when you reveal who you really are, both sides got to be comfortable with it. And most of the time, one side then just got in too deep,
Mm.
and they didn't submit it to everything that is spewed out by the other. You know, so
It just
and then
stay
they
one
be shut.
sided.
Next thing
Yeah.
you know, it's a baby involved. Next thing you know, everybody know you as the couple, and y'all try to obtain that, uphold that image, and upholding that image could cause you great sacrifice. You know,
Mm-hmm.
peace, physically, financially. it can just hit you from every direction when you say that this is my person, and it don't matter what this person do, this still gonna be my person.
So,
Like,
no, I
which is
definitely get you.
beautiful and is all right too.
Yeah, yeah. This is just how you feel. So, what do you look for in a woman, or you not looking for shit?
Well, I look for a woman to be her own damn woman, and not you know what I'm saying,
Come on, our own
independent.
damn woman.
Yeah, I need her to be um in tune with who she is and not who I want her to be. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I don't want no girl that's gonna go above and beyond for me, but not go above and beyond for her.
Okay. I get that.
You know, like if you willing to quit your job and move with me, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's cute. But at the end of the day, what if my plan don't work out? Then you know what I'm saying, like I prefer you to be the leader of that equation. Well, yeah, you can come stay. You could come here, like a lot of women give up things for the dudes, but how many dudes give up stuff for women?
I don't know, fellas. You hear that? He asking y'all.
You know, I mean, cause I feel like I feel like I ain't really had a lot of homies that was like breaking their back and sacrificing for that girl like that. You know what I mean? But
What
I
do it
know a lot
look
of
like
women.
though? What do
I
the
know a lot of women who
sacrifice look like, or breaking they like? What does that look like?
Well,
For an example.
okay, for an example, you have a girl that got a good job at a bank
Mm-hmm.
and wind up letting her dude talk her into doing something stupid to put her freedom and everything at risk. But I don't think no dude gonna be working in no bank and the girl gonna convince him to rob it.
I don't think so either.
You know, like that's just a small example. We talking
Yeah, no,
about
I get you. We
an
just giving
abundance
the
of
people an
things.
example.
Because women, they feel they gonna pour out into their person, and a dude be willing to just have an empty cup and just fill it up. Like like come with your own bag. She come with her own bag, and we share our bags when we need to. And like I don't lean on you, you don't lean on me, but you got me and I got you, and that's how I like it. That's what I prefer. I don't want to be responsible for your nails and your car note. You ain't gonna be responsible for mine.
Okay. Meaning like, yo, Manicure and haircut? Because, like, your nails, what you
Well, I
mean?
mean, yeah, the same. Like,
Okay.
baby, can you get my hair cut? Can you give me some Jordans? I mean, my birthday or something, that's cool. But like, just me leaning on you ain't something I'm comfortable doing anymore. I used to be. I ain't comfortable with it no more.
That's truth. Are religions cults?
Huh?
Are religions cults?
I believe so.
In what way?
Well, we got to go to the root of the religion and think about the first person who believed it after the person said it, and then what that person who believed it went and told the next people, and then how did that story change up so many different ways before it got to all these millions of people who believing in it. So I believe religions is blind faith, because you jump into the religions and you follow the religious script, but really God just wants you to believe in yourself. I believe, my opinion.
Okay.
God just wants you to believe in yourself. And a lot of religions, they don't practice hate. So that's the positive part. They don't practice hate. I don't know no religions that promote hate. So that is a beautiful thing, but I think their religion kind of clouds people's judgments, because religions is like gangs. Christians don't like Jews, Jehovah's Witnesses don't like Muslims, Muslims don't
Say
like
that.
So, but they all is talking about being peaceful and helping their neighbor and loving their parents and taking care of their family. So, I mean, I don't need a religion to talk to God, because God part of me. So
Okay. That's what's up. Are you a parent?
I am. I got a 14-year-old son.
How would you feel if your son started gang banging?
What'd you say?
How would you feel if your son started gang banging?
Devastated. Devastated. Man, I don't.
Yeah, this fucked you up, huh? Jesus.
It's because I have a lot of confidence that he won't, because
Okay.
he hasn't. You know what I mean? But I can't never call no striker striking a ball with no child, because they minds and they little brains is changing every day. So
And you
when
did
I
it,
was
so you never know.
when I was 12 and 9, when I was 9, 10 years old, I was already, throwing up gang signs and ironing khakis and all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? He 14 and, he don't seem to be involved. He seemed to be teetering on that fence of he tough, but
Okay.
not the actual representation of a gang.
Okay.
I hope. But I gotta come home. And I gotta check it out for myself, because
Yeah.
the people around him, they ain't gonna be able to identify it like his daddy gonna be able to identify it.
Well, I mean, the influence is how you can tell from afar. If it's not that type of influence how it was for you, you would be able to, like, kind of judge it a little bit, you know what I mean? Because the influence is only going to come from a small little area, if it is one, opposed to it being a heavy influence, a strong influence, to where that's all he know, that's all he see. You get me?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like in the areas, I don't know. I guess kind of like I'm born 1986, so I grew up with, in the early 90s of, when it was kind of dangerous, to wear red and blue.
Okay.
So looking at it now, it's more like it's exciting. It's fun to be a gang member, because I don't know, it's just different. Like, people gang banging for the wrong reason. Like, we gang bang because it was kind of like, this who we kick it with, and this where we from, so this what we doing. But now it's like, you got people just claiming gangs, and they don't know nothing about them, and they willing to die for this stuff that they don't know nothing about. And like, and they don't got the rules down packed. Like, I don't promote it, but it is an unspoken code that go with that culture. And if you don't know it, then you shouldn't be involved in it.
So you feel the same way about people that's not from California gang banging?
because I feel like everybody that ain't from Los Angeles is trying to catch up to Los Angeles, and ain't no telling where that go. And that ain't saying everybody from where they from ain't hard, because everybody from where they from got their own script and blueprint they follow. But at the same time, I still feel like Los Angeles is the epitome, the root. So any branch that form off of that tree, the leaves ain't gonna fall the same. So they just ain't gonna fall the same. So that means that, like I said, good luck, because it means it's gonna be a lot more people trying to prove themselves. It's gonna be a lot more people dying. It's gonna be a lot more violence being, cast out into those communities, because they don't really got the whole script down. They think that it's just about this. They think that it's just about that. Like, and it's a whole lot more to the Los Angeles culture of gangbanging, and that's falling apart as well, because the culture didn't mix with the drugs. So the drugs wasn't part of the culture as they are now with the youth. See, the youth didn't do drugs when we were younger. We smoked weed and probably got drunk, but now you see 15, 16-year-olds. Huh?
Look how you discredit the drugs on some. That's not bad. That's not. That's okay. It's still a drug.
No, you absolutely right. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're talking about socially acceptable, or we talking about risk and low risk, because it's always a risk whatever you do. But it's if I had to be a part of a generation, I would pick mine 5 times over, because it's just, I don't know, it's just bad. I mean, more people die when more people not in their right mind. You feel me? Like, when we was younger and we seen somebody shermed up, that was rare. It was like, okay, he's shermed up.
I love how you said that, and not weed and alcohol. There go them drugs, people. You see how life work. Niggas was on drugs.
because the way I look at it is, you know what I'm saying, like, the sherm, the crystal meth, the powder, like, that stuff was
relevant.
I mean, we didn't even know nothing about it. First time I seen some heroin is when I came to prison in 2010. That's like the first time I really got a bar of what heroin really was like, and I had known about it, but like,
Not me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just know, like, crack cocaine was our community. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Crystal meth wasn't. So,
hey, you started off with just weed and alcohol as if sherm wasn't relevant, and then you mentioned it yourself. That's all I'm saying. Niggas was on drugs. Niggas had an influence on drugs. And you can't say the youth as if we weren't youth. Gangbanging. Everybody has to grow up. Ain't nobody Benjamin Button. So everybody didn't partake or fucked around, mess with a drug. Has been under the influence. That's just, it been a part of the culture is all I'm saying. It wasn't
for sure.
no different.
I agree wholeheartedly.
It's a lot of my homies that was on ecstasy and they kids is growing up. So now, like, you feel me? It ain't alcoholism, it's ecstasyism. You know what I mean? Like, what are we going to say? You know what I mean? Shit was real relevant in the part of the culture. But, hey, it's just the opinion.
I guess everything got its time. You know what I'm saying? Everything got its time. Chucks was out and then they was in, and then they was out, then they was in.
Exactly. Exactly.
Everything got its time.
Are you
I don't know. I guess I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, because I've been in here. So it's like when I hear things and they be like, God damn, what they doing that for? Like that's what they be doing, and it'd be kind of foreign to me.
It's drugs in there though, and when we say in here and in there, ladies and gentlemen, we talking about incarceration. Because remember, he said he been gone 16 years. 16, just keeping y'all caught up. It's drugs in there though.
It is.
So it's like it's drug debts in there. Like, niggas is dying because they fiends. They can't even pay. Like, you feel me? It's the same as the streets. From my perspective, in my opinion, I don't feel like, it's hidden. Or like, you ain't seen a zombie. You know what I mean? Like, niggas is still zombies. It's the same. To me, though. To me. You got a different perspective.
No, I agree with you, because, you out there, I'm in here. So, I don't see too many differences.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up in the morning and somebody walking up the tier looking for some drugs.
Right. Yeah, like they walking down the street. Yeah.
Somebody at the store looking for some drugs.
Exactly. So you feel me? It's the same equivalence.
Absolutely. absolutely
But
right.
hey, it's just a different jungle.
It
It's just a
is.
different
It
fucking
is.
jungle. Are you scared of rejection?
Nah, nah. I don't think I am. I may be a little nervous of rejection, but I wouldn't say I'm scared of it because I kind of think that I've been rejected enough to be like, shoot, just because I've been rejected by you once don't mean you'll reject me the second time. You
Okay.
feel me? So I'm persistent. So rejection don't really stick because if I really want her or if I really want what I'm going after, I think that my pursuit is going to supersede the rejection.
Okay. Okay. Do you want a daughter?
I do. I do. I just don't want her as a little baby girl. I just don't want
What?
to. I just don't want to take. I just don't
What
want to take care
age
of
you
that.
want her to be? What age you feel like you gonna step in? Then tell me.
Well, I got 3 goddaughters, right?
Uh
And my youngest goddaughter is 21. So
huh. Okay.
my oldest goddaughter 25.
And you rather them
So
ages? Is
well,
what
I've
you?
been there their entire life, so I kind of went through the phases of them being infants.
Mm.
So as of right now, at 39 years old, I do not want no small child. I do not want no more babies.
So you gonna adopt her then? Like you? How you gonna get past that?
I mean, cause it's just something I gotta swallow because I want the daughter. I just don't want the responsibility of being the father that I would have to be. You know what I'm saying, for a small kid right now. Like,
Hell no, I don't know
I'm
what you saying. Tell me you know. No, I
oh,
don't know what you
okay.
mean.
So well, it's just this is a personal perspective because I've been in here. I've been in prison for as long as I've been in here, and
Right.
my son was born since I've been in here.
Okay.
So I missed out on my son being born and my son going through all the little everything, 5 years old, all of that stuff. I missed out on all of that. So when I come home and when I get out, I'm not looking at the past as I missed those years and I need to make up for them. I'm meeting my son right where he at. At 15, 16 years old, I'm meeting him right where we at. And we picking up from right there. I done been with my son and hanging out with my son my whole time. So me and my son got a dope on and all of that. But I'm not trying to rewind time because I can't, for one. And for
Mm-hmm.
two, I'm going to be too damn grown, too damn old to be trying to come home and do everything I really want to do in my life as far as chasing my real dreams and, allowing my son to chase his dreams as well. We ain't going to have no time for no infants. That's all I'm saying. I
And
want the
I
baby,
asked you,
but
is
I
you
don't got the
gonna
time. I
adopt,
don't think I got the time
nigga?
for it.
You done broke this down even more and you didn't even answer the question. I said, so you gonna adopt? You want the daughter, you
Oh,
don't want to
no.
go through the story, you gonna adopt her?
No, I'm not going to adopt. I'm
Or
not
is it
going to
something
adopt.
you want? That's okay. You just want
Yeah,
one.
just because you said, do I want a daughter? That was the question. Yeah, I do,
Right.
but
Yeah. It went
I do.
deep. So I'm like, okay, well shit, you gonna make it happen. It sounds like you really want one. You gonna adopt? But he like, nah, not that bad. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
not that bad, not that bad.
Ain't nothing
But
wrong
but
with it.
but I kind of ache for it though. I kind of ache
You
for it
see
because
what I'm
I do.
saying? See, then what's wrong with adoption? You out
I
of
don't
control,
know
man.
because
You out of
because
control.
I don't know, man. Like I'm not against adoption, but
It sound like it.
I am who I am on paper, and I don't know if they're gonna let me adopt no baby. You
You
feel
sure
me,
know what
son?
the fuck to say. I'm gonna just leave that at that. You sure know what to say. I mean, hey, that's what's up. Could you marry a porn star?
Oh no,
Oh no.
oh no,
Cause you
oh
know they
no.
got OnlyFans and content creators. You know, I mean that's a thing these days.
It
So
is,
you
and
know,
I empower women to, you know what I'm saying, to do their thing because, shoot, the female, the female creature, the female species is so damn powerful. You know what I'm saying?
just
So,
like the man. But go ahead.
I mean, women run the world. So
And
it's
we was
like,
just talking about how a man can talk a woman out of her job, and she can't talk him out of hers. But go ahead.
yeah, Yeah, you're right about that. But that contradiction comes from manipulation. You know what I'm
The
saying?
truth is the
So
truth. However we get to it.
you absolutely right.
You
You
feel me?
absolutely right.
You feel me? It
The
is what it
truth is
is.
the truth is the truth. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No, you said
You got
no.
you got
Ain't no
you
you
got
don't know.
yeah.
You said no. You ain't she can make her money. You gonna support her and all that. Or would y'all date? Could you date a porn star?
Yeah,
Okay,
heck
you would
yeah,
date him, but you're
yes,
not
yes,
marrying him. That's how they
yes.
control.
I'm with having fun. You feel me? Like the
Okay.
attachments is what I'm against.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like we do it and you go home and you cool with going home. Or I'll do it. I go home. We cool with that. Ain't no. Why you leaving? Why you like? We ain't got to go through all of that, do we? Like, long we ain't got to go through all of that. Want to know who I'm on the phone with and all that type of stuff? Then I'm all in. Like, let me do me.
I heard the fuck out of that. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Michael,
Why Michael?
why not?
What you mean? Why not? Why Michael?
Why not?
Michael didn't
Like,
even
cause
like being black. That's why not.
I mean, I'm a fan of the Jacksons. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm a fan of the Jacksons. Prince is a one man show, so he gotta have his props just to even have that question on your docket as a comparison.
Mm,
Because Michael come with a whole lot more than just Michael.
that's a fact.
Prince is just Prince.
And you still chose the group over the eye.
I did
After you
because
said all of that, okay.
but the popularity of Michael Jackson is I don't know, it's epic. But Prince, I guess Prince is if it was Prince and Michael Jackson would be the underdog. So that's why I go with Michael Jackson.
Michael would never be the underdog to a man that used to wear his ass out. Like, you just cannot say that. That's why people don't be choosing Prince. And I will forever choose Prince. But I had to say that like that for you to just get how relevant the bullshit be. Like, that'll be the only reason why Michael's coming out on top, because people talk about how he had his ass out. Or he
Yeah,
wore
but the
makeup
people
or
that talk
heels or
about
some
it,
shit.
but the people that talk about Prince in that way, more people like it than people that got something bad to say about it, because that was just him. He was just being himself in his high heels and with his guitar. You know, like he made it okay for a guy to, you know, express himself how he wanted to. So
Exactly. He paved the way
that
for Jimi Hendrix. I don't give a damn.
I mean, you know, shoot, I gotta applaud him for that because he never faltered from being who the hell he was, no matter what.
That's all it was. Is it levels to snitching?
No,
No.
hell no. Like, you know, um, yes it is. Yes it is. I can't say it is levels of snitching because civilians. That's all they know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
so in the culture, you should not be the one going for help. If you ain't part of the culture, then you got to rely on your help
What
because the
culture?
culture is dangerous, and you're gonna need some help dealing with the culture.
What culture are you referring to?
This is the street life. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
The only time snitching is important is in the streets because it's never viewed as snitching when the McDonald's employee called the police on her boss or
Say that.
something like that. That ain't snitching. That's
Say
reporting.
that. Yeah, the
So
car
you
accidents
know,
and all of that, police reports. You feel me? You
right?
had
Because
to.
my dad, my
All
father was a 911 dollar frequently.
right.
You know what I mean? So he done had no problem calling the police. Let me get the sheriffs out here and see they
So
can
he
take a
wasn't a
report.
gangbanger.
Huh?
So he wasn't a gangbanger.
Oh no, hell no. My dad was a man. My dad was
Come
grown. My dad was a
on,
grown ass man.
gangbangers ain't men. What you mean?
My dad was a grown ass man. He took care of his son and his daughters, and shoot, he went to work every day, and shoot, it wasn't never a day that it wasn't no food. Like, yeah, and my mama was toe up in the street, so he did it on his own
Okay.
from a small age to shoot adults to young adults. You
Yeah,
know,
I hear you.
so
So
yeah.
Is trust earned or given with you?
Earned, but I can't even call it trust. I just, I guess I can hire my risk assessments with you, but it ain't no. I don't really believe in trust as the word exists.
Okay.
I believe in taking calculated risks because trust can be broken just as quick as you earned it. You can earn all my trust for years and years and years and do one thing, and then I don't trust you no more.
That's a fact.
So but I believe that when you go into something with the word trust lingering over the top of the situation, then you probably setting yourself up because you say you trust somebody, but then you're nervous to do something with them. So you really don't trust them. You just taking a calculated risk and saying, well, they usually come through and they do what they do. But yeah, a lot of people in here say that to me. They be like, man, you could trust me, man. You could trust me. And I'll be like, I don't trust nobody. They be like, but everything I done with you had been cool. I said, yeah, but they were all risk. Because just as quick as it went good, it could have went bad. But it went good, so that just hires the probability of me messing with you again until it do go bad. And it sometimes does. Sometimes it don't, but most of the time it do.
All it takes is just that one time, like you said.
Yes, like pregnancy. Either you got it or you don't.
Not as like pregnancy. I ain't even finna go into that. Do you have a hero?
My hero is my dad.
Okay. I should have known that, how you expressed that.
Yeah, my hero, my dad, man. Didn't nobody give me the better example on how to live a life like it's supposed to be lived. At the time it was lived. So I guess my times is different, but if I can be, a percentage of the man my dad was, then I'm doing okay.
So saying that and him being the example he was, how did you end up being from a gang?
Time.
Okay.
Too much time on my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad went to work at 4:30 in the morning. He didn't make it back home till 6 at night.
Okay.
Too much time on my hands. Too much opportunities in the streets. Too many influences. Too many crowds trying to fit into. Too many people doing the wrong thing and glorifying me doing the wrong thing. Attention. I didn't have much attention as a kid. Dad had to work. I got my attention from the gangsters. I got my attention from the big homies. I got encouraged and rooted on by the big homies. That was intoxicating to know that I was the youngest one around doing the stuff everybody else was doing. It was way older than me. It was addicting at times, and I gravitated myself to that life and put my all in it, and it felt like I needed to be the best at it and do everything that I can do to capitalize in the streets with it. So
that's what it was.
Yeah, so I'm not proud of it, but I feel like it was an accomplishment because I wasn't forced. It was something I pursued. So pursuing it and being good at it, it was my career. So you feel me? Like that's what we saying in the life. Your career, you know what I'm saying, man? Your career. So it was a career because it's a full-time job. So
not as if I heard the fuck out of that. So what made you say, I'm no longer who I am, I'm gonna go by my government? Or I say, I'm no longer who I represent, I'm gonna go by my government?
It's a longer story than you probably got, but I'll give you the gist of it.
Please synopsis me. Give me a synopsis.
Yeah. I'll give you the gist of it. Just exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Exhausted, spiritually exhausted, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. Well, not really physically. I'm still in good shape, but spiritually and mentally exhausted. Feeling like I'm being pulled in so many different directions and being expected of things that I just ain't comfortable with being expected of no more. Understanding the results of the moments that I was in when I was trying to change my life.
Okay.
So I changed my life about 2022 in May. So May 23rd is when I denounced the whole lifestyle. So I stopped using profanity, stopped gang talking, stopped, gossiping, stop, I just stopped doing everything that I used to do and start doing the opposite. And when I looked at the results, all the doors start opening up for me.
Okay.
So I stuck with it, and I'm fully invested in going against the culture in the ways of promoting them. The ways that I used to promote them, I go against them now. So, and it's just to show people that that we all in control of all our choices. And the minute you say you got to or you had to, then that means you succumb into your mind and the voices that's attacking you, and the conscience that's attacking you. But all your choices is yours. All your choices and decisions is yours. The words you say, the thoughts you think that come out in the word, like they are yours. So I just wanted to take control of me, and I feel liberated and good to be me. My entire life I ain't never been Kenny. I ain't never been Kenny Ray. I ain't never been Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
I always been him or him, and that been my identity through my family, through my friends. That been my identity in.
Right.
And it was okay until it wasn't with me. Because I'm pretty sure everybody who know me and knew me, they fine with me continuing to be the way that I was. But I just wasn't.
Well, I mean, you done made a difference. 22, it's 25. They ain't noticed the difference. What results are you getting from them?
Oh, well, shoot. Now my auntie called me for advice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people talk to me about things that they never would have talked to me about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
So I believe that I always been smart. I've just been afraid to show it.
Okay.
So I think that, and I'm still working on it because it come out a little arrogant sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just say it's confidence because I've been at the bottom for a long time of everybody's thoughts. So now I push myself to the top of everybody's thoughts. I'm make myself a priority in my own life, and that kind of rubs off on the people I hang out with. They be like, shoot, he don't do that. He take care of his, and make them be like, shoot, I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like that. And I'm cool with that. I like that. That's what I love when people come to me and say, man, you said something to me the other day, and man, that stuck with me. I told my kid about it. So I hold on to all of that because I know how it used to look when it was the opposite, telling you to, man, you better make sure you don't drop your bandana, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All of that type of stuff. So I know how that looked too. So now that I'm like, well, you really ain't got to wear the rag. You can leave it in the car. You ain't got to bring it out. Well, the homies don't, like, I don't know, just always letting people know their options,
So would you feel like you left the game banging? Like you left it?
I walked away from it. I didn't turn my back. I just walked away because you can come with me. So I ain't turn my back on nobody. If you want to come, you allowed to come. But you can't do that if you coming with me. So
How you think your enemies feel about that?
I can care less because they're not my enemies no more.
That's your perspective, though. Like, they may feel different.
That's okay because the universe got to maneuver me in their path.
Okay.
For them to do anything that bring Kenny harm,
Yeah.
the universe has to maneuver me in their path.
Say that.
And I do good in the universe, and the universe got my back. I don't got no worries.
Talk your shit, King. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Do you have a message for the youth?
My message for the youth is anybody who is calling themselves a leader, allow yourself to understand what type of people you lead in. And then when you understand the type of people that you lead in, try to get an understanding on where you're trying to lead them to. And if you're on the under end of this spectrum and you following somebody, then you got to understand who you following, why you following, and where y'all going to end up if you keep following them.
Loyalty or respect?
Respect.
Why respect?
Because respect is something that's unharnessed and it ain't got no limits. Respect is respect. And you You can't fake respect. You can fake loyalty.
Mm.
You can't fake respect. When you respect somebody, loyalty is automatic.
Okay. I heard the fuck out of that. Is ego the same as power?
Nah, nah. Ego, ego is the devil.
Mm.
Power is prideful. Ego ain't nothing. Pride and ego. I mean, yeah, pride and ego. They got no really use in this universe. Pride and ego, like but yeah,
They don't have no use. It's no
I don't,
use for them in the universe. Is that what you said?
huh?
It's no use for ego in the universe.
I don't believe so
Okay.
because the ego is the most dangerous part of people.
So it's like money.
It's an illusion that you feel you gotta feed, but then you'll feed it by any means necessary to maintain it.
Okay.
My belief, though, that's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
It's definitely yeah. Exactly. It ain't no debate. You feel me? It's a
Absolutely,
conversation.
absolutely,
are
absolutely.
are tests necessary in a relationship?
That's why I get off the ship because I don't want to be getting tested. If I'm with you, like, don't be testing me. Don't play games with me. And why my homegirl try to holler at you to see if you was going? Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me. You look so hard, you gonna find what you're looking for. And when you testing people and playing with them, don't be mad when you actually get what you're looking for. But that happen. It's immature if you ask me.
Okay. Some people definitely feel like they're necessary.
Well, I mean, because people got a lot of self doubt. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe that they worth the best part of having the best part of somebody, so they gotta reassure themselves. With these little games and stuff. But the games is what I run from. The games is what I run. I need straight shooters in my life.
Okay. That makes sense. Motherfuckers don't know how to handle that either.
Well, that's okay because I gotta get around my own kind. If you can't handle it, then there ain't much for us to. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people out here who can. So them the ones I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not alone. It's just a small amount. That's all.
Yeah. No, for sure. Look, my sister called it a polygamy relationship, but I just be like, shoot, I just rather be a straight shooter. Like I don't want
Not
just one
she
girl. I
call it
want
a
a lot.
polygamy relationship. That's out of control.
Well, I mean, shoot, because the lifestyle that I lead is, I got multiple friends, and I got love for all of them, and I don't mind expressing my love to all of them in all ways, and you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I don't belong to none of them, and they don't belong to me. But we still got that respect for each other.
I don't even know what that is because probably everybody belonging to everybody. It's a commitment.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a commitment there. But what are you starting to dislike more as you get older?
I'm starting to dislike small talk.
Okay.
Like the hey, how you doing? Well, I was just trying to see if I could, like, I don't like the small talk. Like, just come up on me and say what you gonna say, and let me give you my straight answer. It ain't negotiable, and then let it be over with. Like, don't small talk me. Talk to me about substance. You want to conversate with me, and we need to conversate about something. Unless we're talking about sports. We talking about sports, some girls. We talking about sports or some girls or some money. We can talk all day. But once you start talking about nothing,
make it something quick.
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna be like, so what's up? Like, I be trying to speed people up because I'm a Virgo, so I'm tapped in. I be able to get them frequencies and that energy, and I'm able to call it out on the spot. Well, what you talking about, bro? What you talking about? What's up, bro? No, bro. No. So like, it's just about understanding that. Shoot, I don't know, man. People be saying I think I'm better than people, but I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just need to be around the type of people that I can be around.
That's it. I get that. You ain't wrong for that.
You know,
How many kids is too many kids for the woman? Like, with
oh,
whoever you dating, is there a cutoff with how many kids she can have?
oh no, not for me.
It don't
I don't
matter.
care. I don't care how many kids she got. Now, taking care of them kids and the condition of them kids is gonna be concerning for me. You know, you got 13 kids and ain't none of them got no high school diploma, ain't none of them got no job or nothing. They all like this, and it's like, what are you doing?
She
What are you
popping
doing?
that cat. You know what the fuck she doing.
What you bring into us though, because you bringing it to it. You're responsible for all of this that you bring into this world that we all live in. So what is you bringing out that little cat, and what is you putting in these alleys?
Come
You
on.
feel me? Like,
Not in the alleys. She got to be breeding some doctors and athletes, huh? I hear you.
I mean, because that's all I'm saying. Like, like the Jacksons. As we can double back to the
Come on,
full
back
circle.
to Michael. Yeah.
It's a full circle. You feel me? Like, because you know what I'm saying? They had a gang of kids. They made them all millionaires and icons and role models. So that's a high five to her.
Come on, it's a high five. That shit was toxic as hell.
That's a high five to her. The Wayans brothers, they mama, that's a high five to her.
Mm-hmm. Very
You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth. Now all the kids is acting and doing comedy. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna never judge no girl on how many she got. I'm gonna just judge the condition. What they got going on. Okay, you got 6 kids. Okay, they fly, all their hair done. They cut up. They all got the same outfit on. All the boys wearing with the boy. Okay, they all got they got bunk beds. They beds is made up.
Not they got bunk beds.
Okay, sure. You got you a little team in here.
A whole starting lineup. I heard the fuck out of that. This has been Kenny Ray, y'all. You feel me?
Straight
this
like
has been an interesting interview. It went from being 30 minutes to an hour, but who's complaining? We're here. Before
Straight
we leave,
like
give the people a hater statement so they can stop saying the shit. What's a hater statement?
A hater statement is, man, I used to have that same stuff you got. I hate when somebody try to compare how you doing now to they past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about what you used to have to try to throw in my face that you had more, but you got less now. Get the more again then. And then come talk to me about it. Because if you ain't got what I got and you talking about what I got, then that's the problem.
I heard the fuck out of that. Stop doing that, y'all. That's a hater statement. And that was the homie Kenny Ray.
Appreciate you, girl.
It's your girl, Lady Scrap. You got somebody for me to interview? HoodChicks35@gmail. Lady Scrap, it's the Hood Chick Podcast. Follow, subscribe, like, comment. What is it hurting you? It ain't hurting you. I know, it's just the fact it's me, though, huh? I get it.